Muy buenas noches. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official draw for the 2025 Concacaf Champions Cup. I'm Lindsay Casinelli, and I'll be your host for this exciting event tonight. Today marks another wonderful day for club football in Concacaf as we kick off the 60th edition of the region's most prestigious club competition for men's club. We have many surprises in stores, including the participation of two legends from our region. But before we continue, CONCACAF President and FIFA Vice President Victor Montagliani will deliver his opening remarks. Hello, Victor.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the official draw for the 2025 Champions Cup. At CONCACAF, we are thrilled to kick off this elite club competition, which crowns our region's champion. Since its inception in 1962, the Champions Cup has provided thrilling on-field battles that have captivated fans around the world. I am confident that next year's edition will even be more exciting. 27 of the best and most popular clubs in the region have fiercely competed at a domestic and regional cup level for a spot in the Champions Cup. Now, they will face each other to be crowned champions and have the opportunity to compete against the best in the world at the FIFA Club World Cup. Before further looking ahead, we must recognize our 30 past winners, including our reigning champion, Pachuca of Mexico. The Liga MX team, now 6-time Champions Cup winners, defeated a talented Columbus Crew in an exciting 24 final that concluded the inaugural edition of the 27-club Champions Cup. On behalf of CONCACAF, I would like to extend my best wishes to Pachuca as they prepare to face the winner of the 2024 Copa Libertadores in the FIFA Derby of the Americas. Additionally, wish our champions the best of luck as they compete in the expanded Club World Cup next summer in the United States. To all the fans watching from home and eagerly awaiting to see their clubs, I hope you enjoy your team's journey in the Champions Cup. Take this opportunity to celebrate the many historic rivalries that this competition has to offer. Only one club will be crowned CONCACAF's club champion, but all 27 and their fans will continue to write the history of this wonderful competition. Thank you, and enjoy tonight's event.
Hemos trabajado desde que comenzó el torneo, lo hemos hecho muy bien, hemos sido superiores y hoy nos merecíamos este campeonato.
Pachuca es el campeón de CONCACAF a nivel de clubes. Los Tuzos del Pachuca se llevan a su vitrina el campeonato de campeones de clubes de la CONCACAF.
It slipped through. Rondon! 7 goals in 4 games in Champions Cup. On fire. Rodriguez lays it off. It's blocked. Edge of the area. Volley is in. Pachuca up 2-0.
Game on the continent tonight. It's CF Pachuca and the Columbus Crew in the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. Rondon is through. Solomon Rondon. It's laid off right side. Left-footed strike.
Qué emocionante. Parece que fue ayer cuando alzaron el trofeo. Thank you, Victor, for your opening remarks. We all join you in wishing Pachuca the best as they begin their quest for the FIFA Intercontinental Cup tomorrow against Botafogo do Brasil, the Copa Libertadores champion. Since Pachuca is playing tomorrow, their captain, Salomon Rondon, is unable to be here with us today. However, we couldn't miss the opportunity to speak with him and hear about the team's journey in the 2024 Champions Cup. Hola, Salomón, adelante.
Para Pachuca, con la historia que tiene y el recorrido que tiene a nivel de la región, un trofeo de esta magnitud en sus vitrinas pues significa mucho. Como dije antes, un trofeo muy significativo a nivel de la región. Competimos con los mejores equipos cuando nos tocó, superamos cada obstáculo, así que muy contento y emocionado. Un trofeo, como dije antes, en cualquier palmarés es gratificante y eso ayuda a uno en la carrera deportiva. Filadelfia creo que fue el primer equipo que nos tocó, allá fue un partido bastante complicado, terminamos 0-0, pero aquí le hicimos 5 o 6 goles, si mal no recuerdo, y creo que al pasar de la fase nos fuimos sintiendo mucho más cómodos, y obtuvimos resultados magníficos. Quizás el partido que más se nos complicó fue el de América. Habíamos ido a jugar allá en el Azteca y lo hicimos muy bien. Luego competimos de gran manera y haciendo obviamente mención a lo que significaba esa fase jugando aquí en casa, y la superamos con creces. Nos tocó jugar la final en casa contra un equipo que venía siendo campeón del MLS, jugando un muy buen torneo también, eliminando ellos también a grandísimos rivales, pero creo que fuimos superiores en todos los partidos que enfrentamos, y por eso nos llevamos el trofeo. Sinceramente, el ambiente que se vivió en el Estadio Hidalgo es algo que voy a recordar toda mi vida por lo que significó ese partido. Fue la final, el ambiente, el espectáculo que hubo, luego la obtención del título, celebrándolo con la gente. Eso fue lo que más me marcó a mí, así que, como dije antes, pues muy contento de haberlo conseguido.
Muchísimas gracias al Rey Salomón. Everyone at Concacaf, including myself, extends best wishes to Pachuca as they represent the Confederation in the FIFA Derby of the Americas. And now, before we invite our next guest and begin the official draw, let's review the details of the competition format.
The Concacaf Champions Cup is played in a direct elimination knockout stage format consisting of 5 rounds and 27 clubs. The first 4 rounds of the tournament all include home and away play, while the final is played as a single-leg match. The 27 participating clubs have qualified via CONCACAF's 3 regional cups in North America, Central America, and the Caribbean, as well as domestic leagues and cups in Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Of these 27 clubs, 22 will start in round 1. The 11 clubs that prevail will advance to the round of 16, joining the 3 champions of CONCACAF's regional cups and the winners of Liga MX and MLS, who were pre-seeded into this round. For round 1, in principle, the highest-ranked clubs will host the return legs at home, and in the round of 16, the 5 pre-seeded clubs, along with the winners of the 3 round 1 matchups containing the 3 highest-seeded clubs, will host the return leg matches of their ties. From the quarterfinals onwards, clubs will be ranked according to their performances in the previous rounds, with the highest-ranked clubs hosting the return legs at home. Lastly, it's important to note that the tournament's official draw sets each club's path to the final, and that for all rounds, excluding the single-leg final, the away goal rule will be applied as tiebreaker criteria in cases where the final aggregate score ends in a tie.
The 5-round 2025 Champions Cup will kick off in February, and 11 homes and away series. These 4 weeks of matches will be followed by the round of 16 in March, the quarterfinals and semifinals in April. I know it's getting interesting. And the single leg final on Sunday. Yes, on June 1st. Please mark your calendar. A total of 27 clubs are participating in this exciting event, having qualified for the Concacaf Champions Cup through 3 regional cups in North America, Central America, and the Caribbean, as well as through the domestic leagues and cups in Canada, Mexico, and the United States. These clubs are 3 clubs from Canada, the Canadian Premier League Playoffs champion and Supporters Shield winner, Cavalry FC, and Forge FC, the Canadian Championship champion, Vancouver Whitecaps, 9 US-based MLS clubs, the champion runner-up, and the 3rd place finisher of the League's Cup, Columbus Crew, Los Angeles FC, and Colorado Rapids, the 4 best clubs in the MLS Supporters Shield standings: Inter Miami, Cincinnati, LA Galaxy, Real Salt Lake, Seattle Sounders, and the champion of the 2024 US Open Cup, Sporting Kansas City. 6 Mexican clubs, including the champions runner-up and the 3 best performing clubs in the 2023-2024 season in the Liga MX. América, las Águilas, las poderosísimas, además los Tigres de Nuevo León, Chivas, Rayadas de Guadalajara, la Máquina Cementera de la Cruz Azul, Pumas y los Rayados de Monterrey. The clubs from the Caribbean, the champion runner-up and third-place finisher of the 2024 Concacaf Caribbean Cup, Cavalier FC of Jamaica, Cibao de la República Dominicana, and Real Hope of Haiti. And lastly, but not least, clubs from Central America, the semifinalists and play-in winner of the 2024 Concacaf Central American Cup, Antigua de Guatemala, Motagua representando a Honduras, Real Estelí of Nicaragua, y de Costa Rica tenemos a Herediano, Saprissa y el Alajuelense. Bienvenidos todos. Now that we have reviewed the participating clubs, it is time to introduce our first two guests. They are Champions Cup legends and will assist us with the draw. Our first guest today enjoyed a successful career in Mexican football and the Concacaf Champions Cup. That's very important to say. A true legend of the game. One of my favorites is Sound Cepillo. He achieved remarkable success with Club América, winning 2 editions in the prestigious Concacaf Champions Cup. Let's welcome Oribe Peralta. ¿Te puedo seguir diciendo Cepillo?
Claro que sí.
Porque siento que cada vez que te digo Cepillo metías goles y hacías campeón a la América. Gracias. A nivel continental.
Gracias.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Feliz, me imagino, de estar acá porque sabes lo importante que es levantar esa copa que está.
Feliz y ansioso por ver esas batallas épicas que seguramente, como antes.
A ver, préstame tu manito.
Estoy frío.
¡Ay, tiene más frío que cuando jugaba!
Sí. Hoy estas manos tienen que sacar buenas batallas.
¿Alguna memoria especial, algún recuerdo lindo que te dejó esta copa?
Sí, muchos. Por ejemplo, la vuelta al Herediano que perdimos de visita en Costa Rica 3-0 y después dimos la vuelta en el Azteca. La final que le ganamos en Canadá, al Montreal, estuvo
emocionante.
Estuvo buena también.
Espectacular.
Sí.
Bueno, ¿qué crees? No estamos solos. Hay más aquí en este sorteo. Our second guest began his career in his native United States, yes, before making the move to Mexico, where he continued to make his mark on some of the most respected clubs in the Liga MX. Over the years, he played for teams such as Tigres, Atlante, Los Gallos Blancos de Querétaro, with whom he captured major titles, including the Copa MX 2016 and the 2017 MX Super Cup. In the Champions Cup, he competed on MLS and Liga MX teams in 9 different editions of the competition. So, please help me welcome Jonathan. ¡Eso!
Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Jonathan.
Oribe, un placer siempre estar contigo.
Oye, pero muy bien tu español. Te ha servido todos esos viajes a Centroamérica, ¿verdad?
When in Mexico and Central America, I was able to pick up some Spanish. So it's been a good learning experience, and I'm really excited to be here for this draw today with you guys.
What did you like the most about playing this competition?
I think it's up there on the wall, right? It says epic battles, right? I think the epic battles of playing against teams that are very strong in the Concacaf region was always was always fun and made for an interesting tournament. Nowadays, with even more teams playing, it only adds to the excitement. So those moments playing against Tigres and Seattle, they're both in this tournament. We had an epic battle against them back in 2012, I believe. Where we were winning against Seattle, and then they came back, scored 3 goals on us in the second half. So anything is possible in these tournaments, and it's always exciting to be part of that.
And today you have the future of many clubs in your hands. I don't want to put pressure on you guys. I think we need official here. Yes, we need somebody from the CONCACAF. So now to conduct the draw, that will determine the round on one of matchups and each club's path to the final. Let's please join me in welcoming CONCACAF Chief Football Competition Officer Carlos Fernández to the stage. Carlos, no sé si él ha hecho más apariencias o tú, apariciones, porque 9, bastantísimas.
Las mías no cuentan como la de los dos caballeros. And thank you, Lindsay, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for tonight. Exciting event. It is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of the participating clubs and the passionate fans who are joining us today. The 60th edition of the Concacaf Champions Cup promises to be a landmark event to the best clubs in the region to come together to create an unforgettable new chapter. Fans can look forward to experiencing thrilling showdowns and embody our confederation's remarkable diversity and collective strength. After today's draw, the path to be crowned CONCACAF Club champions begin for 27 clubs. It will be undoubtedly highlight the talent and determination of our region.
Well said, Carlos.
Well, with that, let's now review tonight's draw procedures to ensure everyone is fully prepared for what's ahead.
Following the Champions Cup regulations and qualification criteria, 22 clubs will begin to play in round 1 and 5 in the round of 16. The 5 clubs pre-seeded into the round of 16 have earned direct qualification into this round and will be assigned a bracket position based on the CONCACAF Club rankings of December 9th, 2024 as follows. Highest ranked club in matchup 1. Second highest ranked club in matchup 5. Third highest ranked club in matchup 8. Fourth highest ranked club in matchup 4. And fifth highest ranked club in matchup 2. For round 1, the 3 highest ranked clubs will also be assigned a bracket position as follows. Highest ranked club in matchup 3, second highest ranked in matchup 9, and third highest ranked club in matchup 7. This means that based on their competitive merit and strength, pre-seeded clubs will not face each other until later rounds in the competition. The draw to determine the bracket positions for the other 19 Round 1 clubs will be done using a double-blind system and 4 pots. Pots 1 and 2 will contain the spheres with the names of the clubs, and pots A and B the available Round 1 bracket positions. The 19 clubs have been distributed in the 2 club pots based on the CONCACAF Club rankings as follows. Pot 1, 8 highest ranked clubs. Pot 2, 11 lowest ranked clubs. The draw will begin with pots 1 and A. A club sphere from pot 1 will be drawn, immediately followed by a round 1 bracket position from pot A. This process will be repeated for all pot 1 spheres, always using the available bracket positions in pot A. Once all spheres from pot 1 have been drawn, the draw for pots 2 and B will begin. Once all clubs have been assigned a bracket position, the draw will conclude.
Now that we have reviewed the procedure, let's go over a quick summary together. 5 clubs have earned a direct berth into the round of 16, having been preceded into designated bracket positions in accordance with the CONCACAF rankings. These are the clubs: Columbus Crew, Club America, LA Galaxy, Alajuelense, and Cavalier FC. For round 1, the 3 highest ranked clubs were preceded into pre-designated bracket positions, which had been earned due to their CONCACAF ranking position. The 3 highest ranked clubs in round 1 are Monterrey, Tigres, and Cruz Azul. The additional 19 clubs will be distributed into 2 pots, with the 8 highest ranked clubs in pot 1 and the 11 lowest ranked club in pot 2. It will be as follows: LAFC, Inter Miami, Seattle Sounders, Pumas, Guadalajara, Cincinnati, Real Salt Lake, and Vancouver Whitecaps. And in pot 2, we have Colorado Rapids, Sporting Kansas City, Saprissa, Herediano, Cavalry, Motagua, Antigua, Forge, Real Estelí, Cibao, and Real Hope. So before we move on, does anyone have any questions?
I want to know the matches. Don't make us wait, Carlos.
Well, hearing none questions, then let's get this draw underway. So with that,
Estoy temblando.
No, tranquilo.
Shaking.
we'll start with you. Let's go into pot 1 and let's know the first team of this draw.
Me tienes nerviosa, Oribe.
Estoy nervioso
Ay,
yo.
Dios.
Seattle Sounders.
Seattle Sounders, the 2022 champions, are back in the competition after a successful 2024 MLS campaign.
Jonathan is getting to pot A, and let's know.
All right.
What's the pathway for Seattle Sounders in round one?
I was just talking about how we had that epic battle with them, so let's see where they're going to stand. A8.
And with that, Oribe, back to you in pot one.
Oribe, como si fueras a cobrar un penal. Pero de panenca. A ver.
LAFC.
LAFC is the only MLS club that has played in 2 finals since the format change in 2008 and 2009.
Jonathan, let's now know the pathway of LAFC.
All right, that looks good. And they go A1.
All right, Oribe,
A1.
let's go back to you in pot one, please.
FC Cincinnati.
FC Cincinnati is back in the competition for the 2nd consecutive edition, Cepillo.
Jonathan, let's now get that sphere for Cincinnati FC.
And let's see where they're going to be. A10.
Okay. Oribe, back to you. 5 more spheres, 5 more clubs.
Chivas de Guadalajara.
Ay, 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 como que se te hizo una sonrisita en la cara. Jugaste para las Chivas Rayas de Guadalajara, and Chivas are the first champion in history of the Concacaf Champions Cup.
With that, Jonathan, please, let's make the honors. The first club from Mexico. Okay. Let's know who they will be matching against. Or sorry, the pathway first.
Let's see. A6.
6. All right, Oribe, back to you. We still have to get to the next spot before we know who they will be matching.
Inter Miami.
Wow, cuánta gente quiere saber dónde va a estar el Inter Miami. Qualify after a record-breaking MLS regular season campaign, Carlos.
So, Jonathan,
That was exciting to see.
let's see which side of the bracket they're going to be in.
A2.
Okay. Oribe, back to you and pot 1.
Vancouver Whitecaps.
The Canadian club qualified to the 3rd consecutive edition after winning their 3rd consecutive Canadian championship.
So, Jonathan, 3 more spheres, 3 more pathways available for Vancouver. Which one is it?
Let's see. All right, we got A4.
Okay, good. Oribe, 2 more to go. We have Pumas or Real Salt Lake.
Pumas de la UNAM.
Holds the record for the longest unbeaten streak by a Mexican club in the history of the tournament.
Okay, with that, Jonathan, let's make the honors.
Okay. We got A5.
Okay. Oribe, back to you. Only
Última.
1 team remaining. Let's confirm that's Real Salt Lake then.
Real Salt Lake.
Was the first MLS club to play in a final after the format change in 2008-2009.
And Jonathan, that's confirmed that they are in A.
This is the hardest one to get.
I'm sure. You have to decide.
And we're correct. It is A11.
Right? Now, moment of truth. This is where all the excitement happens.
What gets
Oribe,
exciting.
Ajá, ahora sí vamos a ponerle presión a la
Ahora
cosa.
sí vamos.
¿Quién contra quién, Oribe?
Sporting Kansas City.
The Sporting Kansas City qualified after a tremendous U.S. Open Cup campaign.
And with that, Jonathan,
All right, let's see who
let's
they're
go
playing.
Part B. Real
Some of my ex-teammates are going to probably be mad at me
Contra
here.
las Chivas.
So.
Sporting Kansas City will be matchup versus,
Divido contra las Chivas.
B2.
and that's
Who they get?
Inter Miami.
Hello.
So, Oribe, back to you then.
Cavalry FC.
The Canadian club qualified for its second consecutive Concacaf Champions Cup.
Jonathan, let's see where the Canadian club will be playing
They're playing in spot B5.
against Pumas. Oribe, getting back to you.
Vamos. Estoy temblando
Let me
cada
see,
vez
let
más,
me
cada
see.
vez. Cibao FC.
Cibao FC, we have it. Participated in the 3 finals of the Caribbean Club Champions in 2017, 2022, and 2024.
And our finalists in just the recent Caribbean Cup. With that said, Jonathan, let us know what's the pathway of Cibao in this competition.
Cibao in B6.
Guadalajara.
Las Chivas van a
Las
tener que ir a
Chivas.
República Dominicana.
Once again, they match each other out in our competition. Oribe, back to you.
Vamos, vamos. Motagua.
Motagua has the second most participation among Honduran clubs in the history of the tournament.
For the Honduran side, Jonathan.
All right, I'll try and help out
Let's
the
see.
Honduran team yet again. Okay. And in B10.
Buen partido.
Cincinnati.
All right.
Okay.
Buen partido este, eh.
Oribe, back to you.
Vamos.
See that pot 2. Who do we get?
Deportivo Saprissa.
Saprissa became the last non-Mexican USA club to win the competition.
And with that, Jonathan, please make the honors.
And they're in B4.
Versus Vancouver. Okay, Oribe,
Vamos.
back your way.
Herediano.
The Costa Rican club is back in the competition, hoping to repeat its stellar performance in the 2024 edition.
So, Jonathan, another Costa Rican club. Let's see what's their
Pura
pathway.
vida.
Pura vida. Here.
Ayúdalos.
This was Pura vida.
Ok, vamos a ver.
Let's see. All right, Pura vida B11.
Real Salt Lake. Good matchup there.
Very good matchup.
Oribe,
Complicated. No pura vida, complicated vida.
Sorry,
are-
guys.
all of those are complicated.
Antigua.
De Guatemala. The club is back in the competition for the first time. Oh my God. 2016,
vez, ¿eh?
2017. Yeah, that's good. Exciting.
So with that, Jonathan, let's know where the Chapines will be going and
Chapines.
what's going to be the matchup they'll be facing,
Okay, they will be facing spot B8.
which is Seattle Sounders. Okay. Oribe, 4 clubs remaining,
4 más. Vamos.
4 matchups remaining.
Forge FC.
Third participation in the last 4 editions for the most decorated club in the Canadian Premier League history.
So the Canadian side. Now, Jonathan, let's see who they will be facing.
see. Forge FC in B3.
That's Monterrey. That's a complicated game for both.
It's getting complicated.
It always gets complicated. The more we do, the more complications we get.
Trying to make these epic battles, remember?
Yes.
Colorado Rapids.
Colorado has participated in the Concacaf Champions Cup 4 times.
So, Jonathan, let's see who they play against. LAFC, Cruz Azul, or Tigres, all complicated routes.
Here we go. B1.
So against LAFC.
Wow.
All right. So with that, Oribe, back to you. And 2 remaining clubs, El Estelí or Real Hope. Which one is it?
Real Hope.
Real Hope.
Tahitian club qualified for the competition after a great performance in the Caribbean Cup.
So with that, we have 2 remaining spheres here and 2 pathways, which are Cruz Azul or Tigres.
Let's see. B7.
So Cruz Azul. Okay. One more. And this
Just
is
to make sure we did this right, right?
Oh, yeah.
If not, we have to start all over again. You have to make sure.
Oh, we did it right, I'm sure.
Real Estelí.
Real Estelí, the Nicaraguan club with the most matches played in the Concacaf Champions Cup history with 32.
And Jonathan, let's confirm that's B9 against Tigres.
Which is actually a game I played in 2012 as well.
There you
Tigres,
go.
Real Estelí.
That's the luck you brought
I
back.
guess so.
Closing a chapter.
B9.
B9.
All right.
There we have it. The matchups for the 2025 Concacaf Champions Cup round 1 are now set. Please, a round of applause. Now we know who against who in. Of course, we're going to be going to the final on June 1st. Can we review the results?
Of course. So for round 1, let's see the matchups we have. It's LAFC versus Colorado. Then Miami versus Sporting Kansas City. Then we have Monterrey versus Forge. We have then Vancouver versus Saprissa. Pumas versus Cavalry. Then we go to Guadalajara versus Cibao. Cruz Azul versus Real Hope. Seattle Sounders versus Antigua. Tigres versus Real Estelí. Cincinnati versus Motagua. And Salt Lake versus Herediano.
Okay, Carlos, we're all excited about what's coming up in this cup. For Evie and Jonathan, what are your thoughts? But before, I just want to make sure they're still good at what they do. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay, better.
I
You
mean,
did,
we're
kind of
sitting
good.
down, but
Oribe, tú
we have a
también,
table.
defiéndete.
Con la mano, con la mano.
A ver,
we
eso. You got it on you. Guys, what do you think of the matchups? I mean, they're complicated for some of the Central American teams.
Algunos
¿Tú quieres empezar, Jonathan?
Yeah, I mean, I have to turn around to take a real quick look again, but like I said, I'm excited for that Tigres Estelí, right? The history there between the 2 clubs. Over on the other side, we've got LFC Colorado, which can be a complicated one, right? 2 MLS teams playing against each other, and then they match up again in the round of 16 with another MLS club, right? So some big matchups coming out early in this tournament, so excited to see those.
Va a estar súper interesante. Ahora, a Guadalajara le tocó regresar a la República Dominicana, se van a encontrar, se vieron las caras en el 2018, pero lo que me gusta de esa llave, tú sabes qué es, ¿verdad?
Sí, yo ya la vi,
Empieza con A, termina
Sí.
con A, le dicen América y lo puede estar esperando en el siguiente round.
Sí. Puede estar. Y más adelante también se cruzan varios equipos mexicanos, entonces va a ser complicado.
Exactamente.
Se puede dar el
Sí.
clásico otra vez en...
Y va a ser en el round de 16, no va, una final
rápido.
adelantada prácticamente.
Súper temprano en el torneo, así como todos esperan que es
Pero
en
ya
la
va,
final, pero
yo
bueno.
tengo como una idea. Por este lado podría llegar quizás América, Guadalajara, está Tigres también, súper fuerte. Pero por este lado está el Inter Miami, un club que mucha gente quiere ver, obviamente, y que se va a estar viendo la cara con otro club de la MLS.
Sí.
So yeah, no, exactly. That's also an interesting one. I think a lot of these teams got set up to where it's going to be games that they have experience with, right? Obviously MLS with MLS, but then it'll be going into these further rounds where, like, we normally in this tournament are seeing, you know, the majority of MLS teams playing later on in the tournament. So it's going to be pretty cool to see these battles early.
Las siguientes fases les puede tocar Saprissa, que complicado, Alajuelense, entonces son rivales que va a estar difícil.
En caso de seguir avanzando,
Sí,
porque no creo que ese de Sporting contra el Inter, I think it's a very good match. It's a complicated match for Inter Miami, and el jefecito Macherano now as the head coach of this team that we know, well, Messi, Suarez is there, and everybody wants to know if they can advance in this kind of competition.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to see Miami do well in this competition, right? They obviously got an invitation to be in the Club World Cups already, so, you know, people are excited to see them there as well. But I think this tournament, it's an opportunity for, you know, not only the United States market, but other, like, international markets within Concacaf to be able to see Messi and his teammates and that whole Inter-Miami team.
¿Qué lado de la llave creen que está más complicado? Well, you know, what side of the bracket is more complicated for you? Because I'll see, like, that side has more difficult. But no, I don't know, maybe Monterrey here, Miami, Sporting Kansas City, LAFC. They're both complicated, actually. Okay, I take my word back, guys.
both complicated, but I think this side's a little bit more complicated. You've got America and the Galaxy already there, sitting, waiting in the round of 16. Galaxy just coming off that championship in the MLS, playing very well. So I think I think this side is a little bit more complicated, but, you know, adds to this whole epic battle that we have here going for the Concacaf Champions Cup.
Sí, pero del otro lado también.
Aquí le estás viendo al bicampeón, ¿no? De Centroamérica, el Alajuelense, que está esperando.
Estoy viendo también jugar en Columbus no es nada fácil.
Complicadísimo, lo hemos visto.
Dicen como 2-0 o algo así,
Sí,
¿no?
sí.
2-0 lo dijiste con un acento especial. 2-0. ¿Por qué habrá dicho eso él en español?
I don't know.
Olivi, you got it or no?
Me duele.
¿Te duele todavía? No, ya, por favor. Definitivamente creo que nos espera, I think, a great tournament with us in February. So we're starting to see these matches, and then we will see the grand final on June 1st. It's one leg final.
Just one.
Mejor.
Yeah.
It's better for who?
Porque no dependes de otro partido. O sea,
It's 90
es
minutes.
ganar o ganar.
Son 90 minutos completamente que sí.
Yeah, it's good. The
Okay,
home
guys,
and
you know
away,
what?
and then final, just one game. Let's do it.
You're playing safe here. Tell me your two favorites to win the cup.
Two favorites to win the cup. I mean, I was really liking the way Galaxy has been playing lately. Obviously, they just won the MLS Cup, so I think they're a favorite. They're already making it to the round of 16, so that helps. And then, I mean, I got to go with one of my former teams that I was, you know, representing, and I'm going to say Tigres. Always has an opportunity to make it to far in this tournament. Have a history of, you know, doing well in this tournament. So, Galaxy and Tigres.
Okay.
Para mí, América es sin duda un favorito, siempre.
No, y después de lo que viene haciendo en la Liga Doméstica, obviamente podría convertirse las Águilas del América en el primer tricampeón del fútbol mexicano. Lo viene haciendo muy bien de la mano de Jardine, así que tiene que ser uno de los favoritos
claro,
del lado derecho del bracket, ¿no?
Del otro lado me gusta el AFC. Tiene
¿El LAFC?
Está Carlitos Vela, entonces me gusta que esté ahí.
Y aparte ellos juegan muy bien, tienen un equipazo.
¿Tienen un equipazo?
Sí,
Okay.
Siempre han llegado a la final en todas sus competiciones en el Concacaf Champions, entonces, Concacaf Champions Cup.
Concacaf Champions Cup, se puede decir, ¿verdad? Y, a ver, de Centroamérica, ¿quién te gusta para ser el caballo negro de este sorteo?
Siempre ha sido muy complicado jugar en Costa Rica. Costa Rica para mí tiene muy buen nivel y Alajuelense puede ser el caballo negro.
El que se meta, ¿verdad? A cuartos de final, dejando en el camino probablemente a un Pumas, lo veo pasando yo también, o a un Calvary. Y para ti, ¿quién puede ser a ti el caballo negro?
Estoy más o menos en el mismo rango de Oribe, aunque no puedo decir el nombre muy bien, el
Alajuelense.
Alajuelense.
Eso muy bien.
Sí.
Oribe, ¿tú te has dado cuenta que Jonathan en 45 minutos ya habla perfecto
Sí,
español,
ya,
¿no?
habla muy bien.
Él me enseñó allá atrás, antes de empezar el show, entonces me hizo unos tips, ¿no? Like, como dicen en español.
Es lo lindo del fútbol. Maravilloso, guys.
Love it.
So, we're gonna see the final on Sunday, June 1st. We're all gonna be there. Let's see.
Hopefully we're all there. That'd be great.
Ahí estaré.
Bueno, ya lo sabemos entonces. Tenemos la posibilidad de un clásico, superclásico del fútbol mexicano entre Guadalajara y América en el Round of 16. Me parece que ese es uno de los más interesantes. También vamos a estar siguiendo muy de cerca lo que haga el Galaxy porque estará esperando quién gane entre Salt Lake y Herediano. Va a ser el que termine de definir también esa llave. Pero bueno, entre Tigres y el Real Estate, no te voy a preguntar a ti because your heart start beating.
Okay.
So, you think Tigres has a better chance? Of course. Against Cincinnati o Motagua?
Para
Para
mí,
mí, Cincinnati.
para mí igual, Cincinnati.
Se pusieron de acuerdo.
Aunque
los
tengo
coaches.
mi corazón con Motagua también por ser Honduras, ¿no? En la Liga Honduras es donde terminé mi carrera y jugando un poco por allá.
Thank you so much, guys, for this talk. It's been a pleasure to speak
Thank you.
with both of you about something that we love so much, like soccer is our passion. Unfortunately, this is the end of tonight's event. Oribe, Jonathan, and Carlot. It has been an incredible journey sharing the stage with all of you. To all fans watching, remember that the 2025 Concacaf Champions Cup kicks off when, guys? When?
Tuesday, February 4th.
Ah, very good. Let's do it again. When it
you.
starts?
Tuesday,
Thursday,
February 4th.
4.
Oh my
Hope everyone's
God,
there.
you're taking my chamba.
Yes.
Okay, se lleva mi trabajo también. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias.